Hey guys, welcome to THN Academy. If you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to interface PIR sensor with Arduino. So let's discuss about the PIR sensor. After that, we will see circuit diagram and coding part. So basically, PIR sensor is used for detecting infrared heat radiation. This makes them useful in application of involving detection of moving and living objects that emit infrared heat radiation. The output will come in terms of voltages. A PIR sensor is high when it sends motion. When there is no motion, it will be low. Okay, so basically PIR sensor generate voltages. When it detects motion, then that pin will go high, otherwise it will go low. All living objects whose body temperature is more than 0 degrees Celsius emits the heat in form of infrared radiation through their body, also called as thermal radiation. The radiation energy is invisible to the human eye. These signals can be detected by using PIR sensor. After that, in passive infrared sensor, passive word indicates PIR does not generate or radiate any energy for detection purpose. PIR sensor do not detect or measure heat. They detect the infrared radiation emitted or reflected from any objects. Objects means only human body and animals will come. It's a small in size. It's a very inexpensive, low power consumption, and it's a very easy to use. Okay, they are commonly used and let's suppose like if you want to observe any motion of any animals, where we can use, or mostly we are using in home automation. Let's suppose if you are entering in room, then it will detect your motion and automatic turn on light or fans. So for this application we will use PIR sensor. Okay, so this is the internal picture of PIR sensor. Above that it's covered by lens, so we will discuss it later. PIR basically made up of pyroelectric sensor which can detect levels of infrared radiation. Okay, so above figure PIR element shows the round metal can with a rectangular crystal in the centers. Okay, so we are talking about these crystals. Okay, so what is the internal structure? We will also see. Every object emits some level radiation and hotter objects emits more radiation. Okay, so this is a basic structure of PIR sensor. Okay, so there is a two slots. So let's suppose the sensor is split in two slots which are wired up and that they cancel each other out. Okay, so I'll show you. If one half sees more or less higher radiation than other, the output will swing higher or low. Let's suppose if you are entering uh, from this way, so first slot will detect first. After that, if you will move ahead, then second slot will detect. So basically, if you enter, so first slot it will detect, then first slot it will give the high voltages to that pin. Okay, after that, when you come ahead, then this slot will give the high voltages. So it just detect from let's suppose one slot to two slots. Input signal from both terminal of the PIR element are amplified by amplifier circuit. Okay, so we will see you. So this is a board of PIR sensor. Basically, there are the three pins: VCC, ground, and output. Okay, and after that, guys, you can see here there is a two potentiometer. So what is the mean by two potentiometer? This potentiometer, here we can adjust the delay. Let's suppose your sensor detect any motion. So how long you want to keep your device on, you can decide from here. Okay. And second potentiometer is a sensitivity adjustment. It means from here you can select the range. Let's suppose maximum range of PIR sensor is that is a 6 meters. So 3 meters, 2 meters, when object will come is near to 2 meters or 3 meters, then it will detect motion, otherwise it will not detect. So PIR having the only max to max 6 to 7 meters. Okay. And there is a two mode of operation. So you can see there is a three jumpers. So if you will connect first and second, so this will be single trigger, and if you will connect third and middle pin, this pin, then it will become a repeat trigger. So what is the meaning of a repeat trigger and single trigger? We will see here. Okay. So modes of operation, single trigger. So this is our waveform. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? To select single trigger mode, the jumper setting on the PIR sensor must be set on low. In case of single trigger mode, output goes high when motion is detected. After a specific delay that you have already set by potentiometer, the output goes to low, even the object in motion. So basically, if you set in a single trigger, so it only detect first time of motion. After that, your set time, then that pin will go low, even motion was there. But in repeat trigger, so repeat trigger, to select repeat trigger mode, jumper setting on the PIR sensor must be set on high. In case of repeat trigger mode, output goes high when motion is detected. The output of PIR sensor is high until the object is in motion. So in a repeat trigger means your sensor will detect the motion continuously. When there is a motion, then it will that pin will go high, but in a repeat trigger, only one time it will go high. Okay guys, so let's see the changing sensitivity and delay time. Here are the two potentiometer as we saw on PIR sensor board. Sensitivity adjusts the time, delay adjust, and if it's possible to make PIR more sensitive or non-sensitive enough, the maximum sensitivity can be achieved up to the 6 meter. So basically there's a lot of companies who are making the PIR sensor. So some PIR sensor having 7 meters, and most of the them having 5 to 6 meter range. So this is a standard one. Okay, and the time delay adjust potentiometer used to adjust the time settle. Let's suppose you are saving. Let's suppose if your pin high, then it will become high till 2 seconds, 5 seconds, like this. So it will set by potentiometer. Okay, so let's see the pin configuration. After that we will see the circuit and connection parts. So PIR sensor, basically it's operate by 5 volts. So VCC will connect to 5 volt output. That third pin we will connect on D2 pin on Arduino Uno and ground to ground. Okay, so you can see here, this is our circuit diagram, and right now I'm not using any like 230 volt LED or fan. Right now we are having only LED. So we will see by LED. Okay, so let's do the connection. After that we will do the programming part. Okay, so you can see here we are having one Arduino, PIR sensor, USB cable, and some jumpers and one LED. Okay, so I'll show you PIR sensor. We can open it easily. So you can see here there are 3 pins: VCC, output, and ground. And there is our modes of operation like repeat trigger or single trigger. Okay, so this is our jumpers. If I'll set here, so it will become repeat trigger. If I will connect this one, then it will become a single trigger. Okay, so we will check in repeat trigger. Okay guys, so there is a two potentiometer. This one is for set the time, for how long you want to keep your device on. If first time it will detect. Okay, and this is for sensitivity, like it's decide the range, like 5 meters, 6 meter, 4 meter, according to your needs you can do the setting. Okay, this lens we use for wide range. This PIR sensor covered approximately 120 degree. Okay guys, so let's do the connection. uh, VCC to VCC, and blue pin we are connecting on output, and this one ground. Okay, so VCC, okay, so green one is our VCC, so we are giving 5 volt, and this one is our ground, and this is a pin number 2. Okay guys, hope you have done the connection. If you have any doubt, tell me in comment section. Let's move towards the coding. Okay guys, so now we will see the code. I've already done it, so I'll explain it, and I will mention the code in description box, so you can download the code from my GitHub account. Okay, so as we done in a connection, PIR output we have connected on digital pin number 2, and here we took a variable, that is the value. Okay, so we are using one LED, so LED I have attached on pin number 30. Okay, after that I used a boolean variable. First of all, we are keeping it low. Okay, so let's come in a void setup. So pin mode LED pin, that is our output. So LED we keep for output, and PIR it will be our input. So according to PIR input, we will decide whether our LED will be on or off, and that is our serial baud rate 9600. Okay guys, so now let's come in a void loop, and here value is equal to digital read PIR. Okay, so PIR basically we are input pin, and we are reading that pin, and we are storing that value in value variable. Okay, if value is equal to high, then our LED will be high. Okay, so here we have already took a variable is the PIR status. So here we are saying like if PIR status is equal to low, then we are printing serial dot print motion detector. Let's suppose before that our PIR status we set as a low. Okay, so first time when it will be high, then it will come in this loop, and here our PIR status will be low. So we can understand like we are printing on serial monitor motion detected. After that we are changing the status, PIR status is equal to high. Okay, so if the value is equal to not high, then it will come in else part. Okay, here we are off the LED, like digital right LED will low, so our LED will turn off. And here if PIR status is equal to high, then we are printing motion is not detected. Okay, again we are making a status as a low. Okay, so let's do the compile. It will take few seconds. If you have any doubt, please tell me in comment section. Connect your USB port to your laptop or PC. So now let's upload the code. Okay, so you can see here. So let's see the output. So if I will move my hand in front of sensor, then our digital pin 2 will be high. Okay, so if you can see here, okay, so we have set at some time. Guys, hope you understand. If you have any doubt, tell me in comment section. Please like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.